yo. What it is. What it is, what it is. I really hate making this shit. Let's see, I gotta look up what I even need. Who knows? Four. Okay, so we can have all those. 13, 13. 12, 12. 12 of those. I want you forever, even when we're not together. Let's see, can I do... We're gonna change that to 10. I hate how they have like 15 ingredients. Because then you gotta try to fit them all. And it's really stupid. I need the R books, Bottle Dinosaur Drawers, the Primal Extract. Let's just take 10 of these out. Not even, let's do 8. See if that'll work. 8. So it's on my body so I can take you wherever, like I want you forever. So that right there. Let's do... Whoops, I lose my motherfucking... There we go. Let's go here and start. There. How long is that going on? 19 minutes. It's still 12, so... When you get in the car, and I'ma light one up at the gas station, go and buy a cigar, and we can smoke this blunt down in the Sunset Strip in the nighttime. Yeah, I'm gonna get fucked up. What was I looking for? The little bombs. I learned how to roll tonight before I shaved and shit. Oh, you can only do one. Oh no, let me do a couple. Just for a paycheck. Hella drugs, yeah. For paychecks, meet me when I'm up, yeah. There we go, boys. Not Vampora. Got the weed man pulled up here. Got to put a pack some backwards. I could get more ones here. Oh my god, my keyboard sounds like I'm, you know, beating my head in with the keyboard. Beating my head in with the keyboard. That's all that she could take. What is my YouTube name? About fake. My mic sensitivity, boy. Roll the windows up when I get inside the car. I mean, roll the windows down when I'm flipping up the jar. Where'd it go? Telling you, gonna get fucked up. Whoops. Let's see. 3,000 experience per potion. Jesus Christ. Let's see. I hate how I have it filtered, but it still says, please unfilter. No, I don't need to see that. because my dinosaur roars keep going down. I wish I knew why I had the Pontifex ring on. Okay. Good at this game. What's up, Robert? I'm assuming that's Ab Daddy. Yeah, I just redid my action bars. This is as far as I've gotten. I redid them all. It's been a nightmare. I've just been skilling, so I haven't really, I've completed them. I still have a picture of what my hotkeys and stuff we're all set to. I just have to put them all in. Fortune 3, prosper. I've been 120 arc for so long, I haven't had the need to. Fun fact, I actually stole this interface from, God damn it, who's that guy who beat Zamrock, or not Zamrock, Art Glacier on 4K Enrage? Was the first one. Lucario? Yeah, I think his name's Lucario. He has this exact setup during that time. I think he's changed it since, but this is exactly what I copied it off of. In the sky tonight. Pieces. I have music playing. I know YouTube. I haven't streamed on here in a long time. I know YouTube used to get, or is very picky about what music and stuff you can play. Is there like certain apps or something you can download to play music? Oh yeah, I can't play. I see some streamers playing like like the big streamers. They'll have like what's it called? They'll have like nobody knows artists who've given them music for them to play, but oh, I pay for Spotify. I wonder if it'd let me. I didn't know if they would let me play just any song because the companies copyright them. I need to look into that because that would be awesome. I used to have game sounds on, but I don't think anybody wants to hear the sound of a potion being made 10,000 times. Oh, yeah, that's true. I wonder how I can make, like I said, I'm pretty new to streaming, especially YouTube. I wonder how I can make it so it plays my, I love NCS. I also listen to, what are those guys? Oh, shit. NSC, oh my god, I forgot their name. Everybody listens to them in like PK videos and stuff on old school RS. I forgot their name though. I've actually bought some of their songs to put in my videos. Yeah, I also need to change my name. I'm just going to change my YouTube name to Etzel, I think. I had YouTube as back in the day, I had its name as my login name for RuneScape, so I quickly changed that. You know how everybody did, they just copied their RuneScape names or their email names or something, and then I was like, wait a minute, that's sketchy. Yeah, I started laughing when I seen your name, Robert Short. I was like, see, I'm not the only loser who put his real name. I was glad you made me not feel as stupid as I am. Thanks for making me not feel alone. Because after I typed it out to you in chat, I was like, God, what a dumbass. Who puts their name as... That's embarrassing. I'm just going to change it to Etzel once I can remember how. I could feel like I'm forgetting something in here. Oh well. My mage tab looks pretty dope. I'm trying to get my runes to... I used to have so many, but I stopped buying them when I was going, because back in the day, before that, that big mage update where it started eating runes, I used to have like millions, and now I just haven't bought any since, and I'm like, okay, I should probably start buying them again. I used to have millions. See, I still got 3.2 mil earths, but I don't ever use earth runes, so not really, so. I don't know why I have blights. Probably could sell them for... I mean, they're basically worthless now, so it's kind of pointless to just sell them. They're like, what? It's like 400 mil for... And that's like including both. Yeah. Are the colored wools tradable? Do I have to make them? That's another thing I was going to do, and I forgot. I'm glad you said that. Yeah, blights. That's what I'm saying. I don't really need the money, so I'm not really in a hurry to sell them. I'd rather just them sit in my bank than get nothing back for them. Oh, you can? I just been here just making pots. I'll have to figure out how to get a... I think I'll set that up. Yeah, I remember I seen you here, maybe like a couple days ago, making a bunch of potions. I've done everything but that. I wanted to make some more overloads before the 7th, so I still got some time, but... Jesus. Oh, I was about to say, holy fuck. I about had a heart attack. I was like, 90K, god damn. You'd be 200 mil fucking herblore. I looked twice. I looked over there. I was like, 4,200. Yeah, that's good. 6,500. Yeah, that's good. I was like, 90. God damn. Buddy fucking made every fucking potion in the game. Oh, yeah, I forget. You're one of those big boys, aren't you? I forgot. I forgot you're one of them thick daddies that's got 200. Is it 200 mil and everything? Or are you 120 and everything? Oh, I mean, if you just said, yeah, XP again, then you're obviously 200 mil in it. I know you were a big daddy in one of those. I couldn't remember which one. I do like that, the trimmed master. What the fuck is that thing called? Oh, yeah, the trimmed. That's right. The trimmed master. Damn, 200 mil mining. I haven't mined in... God, when's the last time I mined? Because I've had 99 mining for literally as long as I can remember. I was maxed before there was 120 capes, way before 120 capes. So that's why I don't have that many pets, because, once you hit 99, besides the skills that are 120, it's if you're like me and you weren't really grinding it out, it's like, ugh. Is it corrupted ore? Is that what people do now? I think I still see a fuckload of people at that corrupted ore there when I used to go to Priv for like achievements and stuff. Oh, I forget about the salt on. God, Eastern Islands make me want to puke. Some guy quick chatted his when I was in World 84. Quick chatted his clue scrolls, and he had I want to say it was I think it was 16k master clues done. I was like, God damn. He's getting gypped, though, because he's gotten 10 of every die besides Barrow's die. The shittiest one's the one he can't get. I'm like, hey, take it. Wish I had that luck. I would have got 30 Barrow's dies and nothing else. Yeah. Yeah, I know. I got some friends that make me feel very poor. If they can show you 10 of each party hat, you're pretty poor. Trust me. One of my buddy's pistols, if you've ever heard of the website called Ellie.gg, the price checking thing. Oh, yeah. They got a shitty account. Their account's garbage. But boy, do they got money. Crazy. Yeah, I need to buy some green stacks of runes. Yeah, no, they definitely... Yeah, I agree. When I first started, when I started merching back in 2012, when EOC came out, because I wasn't good at combat, so I couldn't make money PVMing, so I had to learn. And once I got good at that and had quite a few lucky, billions made, I kind of just stuck with it. But there's some people who are like that, who have, like I just told, like I was just saying about my friends who have 10 of each party hat and max shards, max everything. They have literally hundreds and hundreds of bills, and they are addicted to still making money. It's crazy. I can't imagine having a 3 trillion bank and being like, man, I got to make money. I hit a certain threshold and I was like, I'm good for a while. And there's some that just don't stop. I feel like a lot of them RWT it, they sell it for, that's how they make a living. I feel like that'd be the only other motivation I can think of. Yeah, I've definitely met a lot of closed-minded people. When you're like me and you're wearing party hats and dyes and stuff, everyone assumes you've got it from one of two ways. You bought it with in real life money, or you PVM'd your ass off for it. Those are the only two options. Nobody thinks you can make any other. I'm like, guys, the richest people I know in this game, I mean rich. I'm not talking about those people with a 10 bill bank. And to the people who have, a 50 mil bank, who think, oh my God, those guys with a 10 bill bank are rich. No, those guys are nothing. I'm like, you guys have not seen rich. People think I'm rich. I'm like, I've got a 300 bill bank and I am fucking poor as shit compared to these rich, real rich people. Dirty rich. They could high elk a party hat in front of you and their bank value wouldn't even fucking move. That's rich, man. If you could drop a blue party hat and walk away, nah.
And the crazy part is those really rich guys that I know are like the cheapest guys, which is how they probably stay rich. Oh, yeah. Thousands of Santas now is nothing. Yet the funny part is there's still nobody nowhere near the max cash, like actually getting to the max cash point. It's just an unfathomable amount of money. I think if everybody combined their money in the game, we wouldn't even be there still. Not even close. Yeah, I remember doing those back in the day. I used to merch bottled dinosaur roars. Buy a fuckload of them, like a couple weeks after a ×2 weekend, when everybody's trying to sell them and the price is just plummeted. Buy, put 5-6 bill and just dinosaur roars. Have million dinosaur roars. And then you wait a couple months, and then as the prices start going up, you start slowly dumping them and stuff. And that's what separates me from like those big ballers. Once I made a bunch of money, I'll stop and then go make some money and then stop. But these guys are just like you said, like it's just a mindset. They don't stop ever. They just go, go, go. I ain't got the time for that. I gotta work. I tell you what, it was a lot. I would probably still be doing that if they had. I don't know if you ever used it or remember it, but when they had the Grand Exchange app on your phone, man, that shit used to make me so rich because you just clicked it, you were in your GE, you could update it, and it's not like RuneScape where you have to load up the game, and log in. I don't want to do all that. And I kind of simmered down once they got rid of that Grand Exchange app. But of course, they got rid of it because, they were releasing the mobile version of the entire game. But me too, man. I used to just jump in and update my shit. God, I used to flip. I remember doing Noxus weapons all the time, like when they were like some of the best items in the game, and made a lot of money doing that shit. Hell yeah, I do like the new the little Forthy forts. I do like that, how they put everything together, but it's still kind of I don't know, it still feels kind of dead there unless you're like on a main world. I think they need to delete some worlds so this game feels more alive. Because if you go in any other world besides like World 2 and World 84, dude, it's like a ghost town. Of course, it's nice for some people because they don't got to worry about lag if they're the only ones in the world. I play on World 2 all the time and don't have any problems, so I don't know. Yeah, I agree. I'm hoping Necromancy turns out good, though. I have faith it will. I feel like it's going to feel like Magic, and Magic's my favorite skill, or my favorite combat style, so I feel like there's high hopes that I'll like it. Yeah, PVM does attract. Well, yeah, because they got rid of. I was big into PvP back in the day, like all the way up till 2012. And then once EOC came out, in 2012, it just murdered the scene, and obviously they got rid of it and all that now, but pretty much basically got rid of it. There's a very small group of people who still do it, but it's nothing. Yeah, I think that's cool. I need to go, like, I've noticed when I've been doing Slayer tasks and stuff, like, the head's just been randomly popping up. Probably right. Yeah, I think the dark magic. Back in the day, because I started in like late, I just say 2003, but it was technically late 2002. I had made this like account that I had no idea what I was doing on it, and I ended up starting over. And I remember, because that was back in the day to where like, oh, if you had your, when I first started, there was a glitch where people could have 9 hit points. I remember a few people having 9 hit points. And then they, of course, that was all fixed and changed and shit. But there's still, I guess, I don't know if they've all been fixed, but I remember for a long, long time, maybe even still, there was a guy whose name was 9 HP. And since he never leveled his HP past 9, it always stayed that way. Yeah, man, I wish they would do. I hate our like cutscenes in the what's it called? The like when you're doing a quest. You know how they're like slideshow pictures and shit now. I'm like, most people already hate quests. If you want to make them, make people want to do them, make them like look cool with actual cutscenes. And because if you play like Lost Ark and like Diablo 4, they have badass cutscenes that are like make your character feel like they're alive and doing something. But when you get these fucking pictures that it looks like some 4-year-old drew on his etching sketch, yeah, they're doing just fine. Old School RS may have more people, but the amount of money people are buying like bonds and shit for when there's like those treasure hunter promotions, RS3 is making way more money than Old School. Old School has to combat a lot of botting too. We don't really have a crazy botting issue in RS3 because the gold's not worth as much. I think I have like 900 mil or something on Old School RS. Oh, 120 mil XP and Herb. I was wondering what the fuck I was getting fireworks for. Yeah, they're not making shit to what Old School or RS3 makes. I mean, for $80 in RS3, you can buy 800 mil in bonds. Well, I don't know what bonds are at now, but last time I bought bonds was to increase my bank space. So I don't really know what they're at, but oh yeah, yak tracks. I forgot about those. There's hardly everything. I feel like we should be getting a yak track soon. Oh yeah, cosmetics. I know Jagex talked about giving us an actual like transmog update. But I don't trust them on how fast it'll be delivered. The only bad thing about Jagex is they're such a smaller studio that big updates like Necromancy, for example, take multiple, lots and lots of years, 3-4 years. Oh, is it? I was wondering why it's felt kind of quiet when it comes to yak tracks. I don't mind them, though. I don't really ever do them. They're kind of boring. The skill and kills are pretty boring. I'm usually killing something, Slayer task-wise, because I'm almost 200 mil Slayer. And that's usually how I get it, but it's still kind of bland. Yeah. Luckily, I'll be wearing all new Necromancy gear, style shit, none of my good shit, so guess I'll keep the other shit just away from it. Yeah, I have little faith in Jagex too. That's another thing. They have earned a lot of, when it comes to making new skills, they have earned a lot of respect. Because I loved Arcology. I thought Arcology turned out very good. So, I mean, if this is even remotely as successful as Arcology, then it'll be a W for them. But I really liked Arcology. I loved all the lore, and it just felt so you were like, all the new scenery and shit. That's why they got rid of our character or avatar rework. The coding is so old, they'd have to rewire the whole game, they said. Yeah, it's the first time they've had a skill release. When I first started, I started shortly after. They used to have 2 different kinds of magic. When I started, it was I can't remember if it was bad magic or good magic and evil magic. And then they just eventually combined them. But yeah, there used to be 2 different combat magics back in the day. And then they're like, we'll just make it 1. Which makes sense. It was like all the curses and stuff were their own thing, and then the normal combat spells were their own thing. Yeah, luckily back then, there wasn't really a shitload. You see people always pretending to have been a part of it, because I don't remember if it was like 2014 or something, like when they reopened the old school RS servers. All the players who weren't actually around during old school RS, if they entered that little playtest thing, they still unlocked the fucking classic cape and shit. So you see all these people who have no idea about anything, and they're like just running around. They're like, oh yeah, I played in 2014. I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I've been playing too long. That's what I tell people. I mean, the only reason why I'm glad to say I've played it was just for like the nostalgia purposes, because when it comes to like the content and stuff, it like, yeah, anybody who says, oh, that was better is just smoking fucking cocaine, because it's not. It was pretty bad compared to, what we know now. Maybe back then when we were playing it back then, it felt like it was the best thing ever, obviously, because we were playing it all the time, but now looking at the graphics and stuff we have now, we were like, what the fuck were we playing? I remember my Windows 97 computer I had. Yeah, there's a shitload of playing on there, and it's pretty cool. I'm just glad I've been able to say, like, I've played and have met. I remember doing Castle Wars with this girl named Shy Steph. Yes, I remember that. And it's funny when you'd kill somebody, they'd have spinach rolls in their inventory. Nowadays, if you kill somebody and they have spinach rolls, you're going to be like, what the fuck? You're going to drug test them. Don't forget your spinach rolls for Zamrock. Yeah, it was like right out. Yeah, it was. I remember that. But luckily, like it wasn't like no one-hit mechanics. It was small hits and stuff, because not it was like the max levels at the time were like 60 and 80. Like 99 wasn't even max level then. His max level was like 60. And yeah, so if you think about all like your, and there was only like 1 or 2 people in the game that could actually make rune items. Yeah, man, it's cool to be able to say the stuff that we've seen in the time we've played. I didn't know that was a thing. I would be pissed. Oh, yeah. If it wasn't for Zybez, Rune HQ, Tippet, I don't know if you remember Tippet, but all those sites, man, they were so legendary. They got me through RuneScape. Because I liked questing, because my first cape ever in RuneScape was the normal quest cape. It was the only thing I ever liked and stuff, because I liked how it didn't trim. I thought that was really cool. The only other cape I thought that was cooler than that was like untrimmed HP and untrimmed Slayer, like the ones that at that time were, very hard to get. But I always thought Questcape was cool because I always seen the other ones, but I never seen Questcape, and people always loved it. That was my first cape, and I remember I trimmed it with strength. I still remember how most of my stats, like what I was doing, it's so nostalgic. I think I did 75 or 80 to 99 range at on Evansies in the God Wars dungeon. I remember bringing Bones to Peaches, and my buddy would bring me. I wish he was on. I just invite him into this like Discord, and you can hear him tell me. He used to bring me the Varax helms down to, so I didn't have to leave because they would just damage, and if I left, then my count would. And your count, I think the count maxes out at like 10k. It was like 10k or 40k or something, and I remember I stayed down there. I didn't stay down there till 99 though. I'm pretty sure I stayed down there till like 98, and then I got 98 to 99 on. There was this thing called like Armored Zombies that was out for a quest, and I think they ended up nerfing the piss out of them because they were so good. People just no-lifed them. Yaks were really good too for range. Yeah, Armored Zombies were the shit. My buddy did like, I think he did 99 defense on that. Hell yeah, man. Those were such good times. Man, I probably have old screenshots around here. I remember I have a screenshot that tells me when I maxed my actual whole account. And like, well, obviously not counting when new skills came out and I was unmaxed again. But I want to say like the first time I ever maxed was like 2010, 2011. Way too long. I hate it. I remember I was doing the beta, and my friends and I thought it looked cool because, like the beta for EOC, like it was so cool seeing your guy. Because we always thought it'd be cool to dual wield swords. You've seen all those movies and stuff, people dual wielding swords, and we always thought that'd be cool. But once it was like abilities and stuff, I was like, nah. It was Wowscape. I remember everyone just protesting. If we wanted to play WoW, we'd go play WoW. This is Wowscape. God, man, I still have. I think I have an old because I think I streamed live on here on this YouTube channel when they released it, and I remember us just walking around, and we were like, dude, they just killed our game. Oh, I still almost feel that intimidated because that's why I just hate it. I just been playing too long. I've got the old blood in me. Got the old blood. Yeah, I think that's how I was. Once ED2 made me feel like I wasn't actually shitty at the game because they were fairly easy. And come to find out I was still shitty. They were just a little easier. But it definitely helps you learn. ED2, like Vindicta, was really good to help you learn. I think Twin Furies were better to learn with melee, because I remember loving the Nox Scythe there, because you could hit both of them with it. It's helped me a ton there, that's for sure. Damn, how many potions do I got left? Jesus. Oh, I still got 1,800 of these bad boys to make. Are they going in here? Oh, they're there. Oh, where'd they go? Oh, they are in here somewhere. Oh, they're there. Okay. Oh yeah, Hellware. Well, of course that's now. Maybe it was probably harder back when you were learning Hellware. I'm sure because Hellware was always considered the scary one because of those mushrooms, and now I just realized that if you just with magic anyways, if I just stand like on him, the mushrooms just spawn around me and he's dead before you even got to worry about any of the mechanics. It's crazy how fast this XP is going. Let me deactivate this stupid thing. Yeah, I noticed that. Holy shit. Imagine the XP I would have gotten if I would have waited 2 times 2, but that's okay. I've got some stupid ass XP for smithing planned for tomorrow. The most XP I've ever gotten was from dungeoneering. This clan I was in called Clan Quest. They're one of the oldest clans in the game. Like, they have proof they were established before there were clans in RuneScape, and they used to like have their own site and stuff. And one of the guys there we had like a little competition there like 4 years ago. And I remember I won, but I was telling them, nah, I don't count it, because dungeoneering was like, you're basically cheating if you're racing somebody at dungeoneering. It was sold fast. I think I had 90 million dungeoneering XP in like 6 hours or something. It was stupid. It was when cards came out, like when cards were just released. I was paying 10 mil or 12 mil a floor. I ended up spending like 3 something bill from 80 to 120, but it was the fastest. I'll never be able to beat that. Nothing I will do be able to beat that. My XP, each floor, which they were doing in like 4 to 5 minutes, was 800k XP drops. 8 to, and the higher ones were like closer to a mil XP drops. Just boop, boop, every 4 or 5 minutes. It's like, that's unbeatable. Maybe if you had like a pro team, and I thought about just paying and getting 200 mil. Yeah, it's crazy. Their buy-ins and stuff too, because I remember it was Kiers Friend Chat. Kiers FC was the name of the clan chat and their website. And yeah, those guys, you could pay 300 mil to buy like the first training rank, but I was like, nah, I don't want to do that shit. I hated dungeoneering. That's why I paid for it. I was like, nope, goodbye. I'm not doing this shit again. I wasn't going to get 120 dungeoneering. Like, I had no use for it, but it was a requirement for the Master Quest game. So I was like, shit, I guess I got to do it. Actually, I think like 118 or eventually 120 was, but I'm pretty sure it was like 118 or something when I needed it. So I was like, I might as well just pay to get 120. I don't even know my XP in dungeoneering now. 116, probably from the dailies or something. Yeah, my ability bar is brand new, son. It was a lot of fun when me, like me and 2 other friends, like on release, you know, when you and all your close buddies wanted to do it, then it was fun. I wish they would give us dungeons, like you kind of said just now, like with like Necromancy, that are kind of like Diablo, where you could just tons of kind of like ED3, like ED3 and ED2 are very good examples. We need more of those. Those were a lot of fun. Samrock, though, that one takes a long time. Unless you're like with a bunch of pros, but if you're just with your friends, a couple of your friends, and you're trying to go through Zammy dungeon, it fucking takes forever. I'm 110 mil from 2 bill overall XP. That'd be pretty neat. As long as I've been playing, I feel like I should be 5.6 by now, but you know. Not all of us can be badasses like somebody here. Man, I don't know how. I think I would harm myself if I had to do 200 mil or even 120 rune crafting. I've been lamping it for years. That's what all my lamps go on. I am 112 rune crafting and have not touched it since 99. I plan to get 120 just with lamps. Every lamp I get, that's where it goes. The stars and stuff I put on the skill, like I plan to actually train for the bonus XP, but the lamps... Yeah, Arc was... I loved Arc, man. That one I actually enjoyed doing. I hope I love Necromancy. I have high hopes for it. When I got 99 rune crafting, that was before Runespan. Maybe that's why I hate rune crafting. Because I had to do rune crafting the real fucking way. Standing out there running natures or doing the... what is it called? Is it the ZMI altar? That was awful. I didn't really mind divination too much, though. Yeah, I think I mainly just get 120s. I don't really like 120 crafting cape or the 120 con cape or even the 120 smithing cape. I have 120 summoning. I think that one looks cool, but I don't even like the capes. I'm just kind of doing it for the overall XP, and so they're just done skills. Oh yeah, buddy, I remember. That's how I got one. I got 99 back in the day. I remember I had most of my, like, some of them back in the day when I was poor. The most money I ever had was from 99 fishing. I fished monks all the way to 99 and Piscators. That's how old school I am. I got some good stories. I remember sitting there for weeks. My buddies, oh, what, are you still fishing monks? Yeah, I gotta get 99. I would sell them like 10K at a time. They were like, I want to say they were like 1,000 or something each. Monks were like, because sharks were like 1,600 or 1,700, almost 2,000 at that time. Yeah, and nobody wanted to pay that for sharks, and monks were very good sources of food. Yeah, buddy, I thought I was balling. I remember those 10K monks. I can still remember my outfit. I had like that Dwarven mining helmet on. I don't know why I thought a Dwarven mining helmet while fishing looked cool. I guess I was just an idiot. And I remember wearing that. I had my Legends cape on. You know that little harpy bug lantern? I'm never telling nobody that again. I think I was rocking the harpy bug lantern. Oh my god, I look like straight out of Tutorial Island. But I tell you what, I was a fishing badass back then. That was before fishing outfits. So I didn't have any extra XP when I was doing this. This was raw monkfish XP, and that shit sucked. Took me, I want to say it took like 4 or 5 months. Yep. And that's why when you see those people like, and that was just for me getting 99. I guess I did a little bit of fishing since then, I think just for like comp requirements and stuff, and that was just for 99. Back in then, like how bad I hated it, seeing those people getting 200 mil who were doing like the tick fishing with like a Shiloh Village and shit. And I was like, yeah, fuck that. That was 0% AFK. You had to fucking click it. Yeah, it wasn't happening. I only did monkfish for the money. I knew there was much faster routes, but I wanted to make money off it. There was, yeah, I want to say it was like, yeah, I think Shiloh Village was still faster back in the day. Because I did one of the slowest routes. Besides sharks. Sharks were the best food at the time, and they were fucking slow. Even if you were like 99 fishing, it was very slow. Man, I remember my buddy got, I want to say he got 99 defense. We were on our way to a defense party, and we were walking through Lumbridge. I remember he was like 4 XP away, and while we were walking to the spot we were supposed to meet everybody. I don't know what we were doing in Lumbridge. I think we kind of walked with a bunch of people from Lumbridge to Varrock to Edgeville as like a train of people in celebration of him getting it. And he accidentally clicked like a goblin or a man and got 99 right there. It was a catastrophe. I'm like, you stupid fuck. He like forgot. Like we were just walking and he's like, oh, there's an NPC. I think I'll kill it. And he didn't take it off of his defense. So we had all these people prepared to go to my house because I had a maxed house at the time. I remember I spent my whole bank on construction back then, but yeah, it was. We were on our way to walk, like from like Lumbridge, because that was the home telly at the time. So to Lumbridge, and we had everybody home telly, and then we just would walk to Varrock, Edgeville, through Fally, and I don't remember where my house was at. It was probably in Artie or somewhere non-useful, and yeah, we were gonna do that, and it ended up just dying 10 minutes into it because old buddy misclicked it. I was like, you didn't take it off defense since you were done training it? He got bullied after that. We were like, what the? I was like, well, nice job. Well, it still ended up being a good memory. I was like, hey, remember that time you got 99 defense on a level 4 goblin? He's like, shut up. Oh, man. I think from like 98, like when I was about to get 99, I think I debo-spec'd my friend. Because I can't remember if it was like I can't remember if there was like PvP worlds, like 26k and 76k tricks were going on, and that was where you earned potential. I think we were debo-spec'ing the shit out of each other. Good times. I think that's how I got mine. Like the actual 99. Man, I remember back in the day, those debos. Kind of like how old schooler is now since they buffed the debo spec, where the both hits hit at the exact same time. That shit's crazy. Hell yeah, man. I made a lot of money doing that shit. All the Barrows items that would fall. I can't believe Jagex thought that was a good idea. I'm glad they did because it's one of the best memories I've ever had because most or all of my like in real life friends were all playing during that. Yep. We would sit there naked, like just an inventory full of food and like 100k GP on us because there was rumors that if you had more than the 76k, it helped. So we all just sat there with like 100k GP, and like we were big balling or something. And the funny part is, if we did get spec'd out, we still thought it was like the end of the world, even though it was only like 100k. I remember being crushed. That reminds me when SparkMac got banned for abusing your Beast of Burden. Where if you were dismiss your familiar while it was holding items, the game registered it as like having a shitload of money. Like even if it was just food or something, the game registered it as you dying with a shitload of potential. So if you had like 100% EP and you died or dismissed your familiar, oh my god, the game was like SparkMac has it on video with why he got banned. He was getting like back-to-back default helms and draconic visages and stuff, and not draconic visages, they were actually the actual Dragonfire shields. And back then, those were like the bet. You get those, and those were like 50 mil a piece. So they were insane money back then. I remember the Dragon Full helm was like 33 mil. So that was like, yeah, you were doing good. I think I got a Dragon Full Helm during that entire time, and my buddy got a Dragon Full Helm and a DFS. We thought we were rich. We were getting all of our Barrows gears and shit from it. Oh, hell yeah. I still remember the DFS PK and Pures back in the day. Those were so fun to watch. Watch them Dragonfire shield spec somebody clean out. Oh yeah, DFS was awesome for staying at Slayer Task because it was such a tanky item that if you had that, you felt bulletproof. Outside of Divine, I remember having a Divine Spirit Shield when it was over a bill. That was around dicing and around when I was starting to be insanely rich. But yeah, I remember if you had a DFS on your Slayer Task, oh my god, you could stay there forever. It's like necromancies, like necromancers and stuff. Necromancers, what am I thinking of? What's that level 80 Slayer creature? What the fuck is that thing called? Oh, Necrial. That's right. I was like, what the hell? I remember back then Necrial actually hit pretty hard, but if you went there with like a DFS, like it felt like you could stay your whole task. Yeah, DFS, man. I remember putting on the torso, dragon legs, or even the bandos when this, after God Wars Dungeon came out, getting those bandos tassets on with your torso. Oh god, yeah, that shit used to hurt. I remember PKing and somebody would get one of those like lucky ass whip hits, like on a player with no Slayer buffs, and you'd get smoked for like a 49 in your forehead. Like, ouch. And we all know how fast the whip is, so you could get hit a 49 and then quickly hit with another 49. Have the worst beating of your life. Like, ouch. Oh, yeah, man. I remember one of the coolest I've ever felt was just walking in the wilderness when Zuriel's came out. I was walking in the wilderness with Zuriel's. The Zuriel staff was like God mode. And then having like a divine. Oh my god. Oh yeah, that Needs helm looks so fucking stupid now. I don't know who made that and thought that was a good idea. I think they had it in I think it was made in was it updated in EOC? I think it was. I remember I dropped that shit out of my bank when I put it on. I was like, what the hell is this? I look like a deformed chicken. You have like 4 feathers instead of 2. I was like, what the? What am I going to do with that? That's what I'm saying. I remember walking in the wilderness with a divine, sometimes an arcane, because the arcane had the magic offense, and oh yeah, if you got somebody like telly blocked and entangled, and you were hitting them with that, there was nothing they could do. Especially, I remember one of the biggest being when the Karasi came out. I remember just deleting kids with that Armored Battle Staff spec, and then they would protect from mage, and then you'd run at them with it out, and they would think it was melee, and they'd pop up. Basically the same thing that's going on in our old school RS right now. But I did 15 years ago. They were getting, oh my god, they would get, yeah, Armored Battle Staff would be like 30, 35, 30, 30. And they were like, what the fuck? Yeah, I know. I can't imagine the amount of murders we would have did back then if we had a 2. Oh, somebody's thing went down. I got you, boys. I got you. Don't you worry. I've only got about 200 of these. Okay. Back in it. But yeah, I can't imagine the amount of damage. I remember PKing when Claws of Gothic, or not Claws of Gothics, the Zamorak Strike. Am I even on the right spell book to see what that's called anymore? No, I'm not. I'm on Ancients. But I remember when like the Saradomin Strike, I want to say is what it was called. But if you charge that, oh my god, hitting those 30s, boy, people would be like, what the hell? I remember PKing at Green Dragons. This was like back when it was like pinnacle PKing. Like like most people maybe had ice burst. Rarely did the people have ice barrage because it was 94 magic and nobody was 94 magic at the time. Most people were like 80, 90s. So you get that ice burst going. They didn't know what to do. Nowadays, if you go ice burst somebody in the wilderness, they're going to be like, what the fuck's this weirdo doing? They're going to log out right in front of you. Oh, God. I remember when DDS, man, that 45-45. Somebody got a 45-45 on you, you might as well pack it up. You were dead. Nobody was 2 tick eating or 1 tick eating back in those days. You were just 1 tick dying. That's all you were doing. There was no, hurry and spam the cooked quam. You were just quam dead. Oh, God. Trying to spam your shark. Oh, God. I remember the first, like, tick eating was Sarah Brew to, like, Rocktail. That's, like, the earliest I remember anyone doing it. Outside of, like, people were doing it in PVM. You know what I mean? Like, sharks and brews and stuff. But they didn't have overloads and stuff. So nobody was bringing, like, restores and brews and shit out into the wilderness. So nobody was doing that for the longest time. It was so funny. I remember having our super set on you and calling it a day. Good times. It's crazy how long that this game's been, if you ever think about it. Yep. Shark Brew. I remember like that being a meme. Like you would watch people on PV, like PKing and stuff. And like the memes would be somebody had edited somebody screaming like Shark Brew. Oh, they were so funny. Shark Brew if that fails, you just telly out of there. Shark Brew telly. Or Shark Brew dead, one of the two, whatever happened first. Oh, God. Hell yeah, I remember Overloads. I don't even remember those came out, but I know that was years. And luckily I had high herblore, but the only reason I had high herblore, and this was 99 herblore when that was like the cool shit, was I don't know if you heard of a guy, he made YouTube videos named So Solid 2K. This is old school. And he used to make maxing videos at like Castle Wars and just with every weapon in the game. And his outfit that he always wore 24/7 was a 99 Herblore cape with all his gear. I never seen him. Well, he put fire cape and stuff on like for his maxing videos, but mainly that's what he wore. And I just loved the 99 Herblore cape. It was so expensive back then. It was like 600 mil back then, and 600 mil back before 2006 or 7. That was a lot of goddamn money. That's like bills and bills now. Yeah, that shit used to suck. You'd sip one and then you would just die. I cannot tell you how many times I almost... Like, you couldn't actually... I don't think you could actually die with the overload. I'm pretty sure your health would get so low it wouldn't let you take another one. It would say, like, your hit points are too low or something. But if you were fighting something, then yeah, you were just... The other thing would just murder you while you were still doing the animation of your overload kicking in. I think I remember I got fucking smoked by, what the hell is that? Corporal Beast when it came out. I remember we were all in there in our Artie capes, the Artie cloaks. Because Artie Cloak 4 or something was like the best in slot back then with your... And I remember just getting absolutely popped an overload the same time it popped up, and it just was not a good time. I remember I'll go into masses. I think that's one of the big things I miss about this game. You remember like when loot share, potential LP, and all that stuff was actually like a thing? Like going to like all the masses and stuff. Man, that was so much fun because you could do bosses you never thought you could do. First time I ever did Corporal Beast or Nex was at a mass. Oh yeah, Ganodermic changed the game. I remember like a couple of my friends could not get a fire cape to the point where they were begging me to log onto their accounts and get it for them. I remember that. And then Ganodermic came out, and I'm like, dude, buy Ganodermic. I'll lend you my Divine, because I know them IRL. They're not going to steal my Divine. You put Ganodermic on and a Divine, you didn't have to pray. Like, you didn't even have to bring food. Like, you just brought prayer, and that was it. I'm like, buddy, just bring 4 doses of brew, and the rest of your inventory is just going to be prayer pots, and call it a day. You don't even have to get the prayers down. The Jad's max hit was like a 20. If that. It was so good. Good times. Do you remember when they released the first fight kiln capes and the first cape design of that? That was like the ugliest shit. It looked like a fucking... I don't know. It looked just awful. Like the all black look, and it was like scales. I'm like, what the... It looked like how, what's his name? The big meleeer, who's still in the game now. It kind of looked like how his old design used to look. It was just all black and long. And then I called it people were calling it like the rhino cape. I think that's what people were calling it, because it was like the gray. It looked like rhino hide. Yeah, scorpion tail cape. I can't believe somebody was there. Oh, I just watched that. It's on Netflix. I just watched that a few days ago. Instantly reminded how bad The Rock's acting was. Oh, there's Haley. It's one of my friends right there. Talk about a rich noob. Sneasel. Oh, duh, Derek helps if you click the right button, stupid. They all said, hi, YouTube. I was like, don't worry, I'm not famous. There's like 2 people watching. Yeah, she always has really good outfits. She's got I think she's got like every party hat and shit too, so. All right, buddy. Have a good night. I'll see you. I'm going to set an alarm for tomorrow, because I think it starts like 6, 7 a.m. my time. I'm in central United States, so I plan on trying to be on like right when it starts to grind out the smithing. Thanks for stopping by the way. I appreciate it, and subbing me. That's awesome. Thanks, brother. Have a good night. Appreciate it, brother. Hopefully I can get that 120 smithing done and have it done and over. Person's name is Master Fishy. Try and get these gains, boys. yeah, I gotta fix my name. COVID stick. Damn. Dang. Well, I appreciate you guys for watching. I think should probably go to bed so I can get up at a decent time. Get ready for that double XP. Gonna be going for 120 smithing, so it's gonna take a while. Have a good night, guys.